There are many great high school wrestling rivalries in Pennsylvania, but when Bermudian Springs and Boiling Springs meet, they take the term rivalry to a whole nother level. They are two of the elite AA programs in the state, and when they collide, the result is something special. Their lineups are packed with quality wrestlers, and they are wildly supported by loyal fans. Last season, these two teams placed a total of 11 wrestlers in the district finals. 8 of them are back for the latest installment of this classic rivalry. Bermudian Springs and Boiling Springs, next on High School Sports Live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boiling Springs High School. John Reppitz along with George Hartwick. And tell you, partner, it doesn't get any better than this. Boiling Springs, Bermudian Springs. When the schedule comes out at the beginning of the season, I think a lot of people look to see when these two teams are going to meet during the regular season. They circle that date. Tonight's the night.
Well, I'll tell you, as I look around, it is a Boiling Springs, Bermudian Springs matchup. Standing room only. I remember days where they used to have direct TV to the cafeteria. Tonight, fortunately at home, our viewers in central Pennsylvania, wrestling gets no better than this. You don't have to be in the gym because I believe it's sold out tonight, but we're going to bring you one heck of a match between Boiling Springs and Bermudian Springs.
I think the thing that jumps out at me is when you look at the statistics, these teams, in the matches they've won, they're averaging 60 points. So you don't do that with a lot of 2-to-1 decisions. A lot of technical wrestling tonight, a lot of great head-to-head matchups. It's going to be a lot of great action on the mat.
You mentioned it. There's you can't run up 60 points a match without having some real studs throughout your lineup. We've got individuals at all weights that can be in a position to score bonus points tonight. We expect some of those 11 district winners to be able to match up directly tonight. We've got former state place winners. We've got some of the best matchups that you may see in wrestling, particularly at the AA level in the state of Pennsylvania. Tonight is a big night for wrestling. Tonight probably will determine who's the top seed going into the district team championships, and it is wildly crazy already, and the pitch is high in the Boiling Springs gym.
Okay, partner, so let's get right at it. We're glad you're with us at home. Pull up your best seat in the house in front of the TV, and we're going to put you in the best seat in this gym tonight. You're going to get all the action. Bermudian Springs, Boiling Springs, coming up close, and it's coming your way next on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
This new diet, half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet, half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled. Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Welcome back to Boiling Springs High School, folks. A slight delay here as we get ready for the start of Bermudian Springs and Boiling Springs. So stay tuned. We have the final match of the JV junior high match taking place right now. So our start is going to be a little bit in the offing yet. Not quite ready to get started with the varsity competition, but you won't miss a match. Won't miss 1 second of anything. That'll be coming up a little bit later. And George, just looking around through the crowd here, it begs to wonder when people started showing up for this, because this place is packed.
We joked that they were here for breakfast. I think there is not a seat in the house tonight, which is typical of a Bermudian Springs, Boiling Springs match, but there is a sense of excitement that's here, a matchup that really has great implications, not only here locally, but statewide. And this is backyard stuff. I mean, it doesn't get any more intense. And tonight, we're going to see great wrestling.
I think when you look at it, what these two teams have accomplished over the last couple of years. 2 years ago, they met in the district final. The margin was 1 point. Boiling Springs was the winner. Last year, it ended up tied. Boiling Springs won again on criteria. So when we say it doesn't get any better, it can't get any closer. It really can't. A 1 point decision in district finals for the last 2 years, over 2 years, that's almost unheard of.
And, these matchups tonight, when you talk about 11 returners that were in district finals last year, you're going to see some great strategy. I know we talked earlier about, the return of Coach Rodney Wright. We talked about the level of wrestling. We're also going to see tonight wrestling strategy at its finest. I'm glad we were able to identify a runner from the table, because I think you're going to see a lot of bouncing around, a lot of matchups that are going to hopefully prevent bonus points and earn bonus points. And when you're talking about a 1 or 2 point victory historically for this match, those key decisions in this match tonight are going to prove once again to be the difference. And you've got both coaches with a wealth of experience, I think 50 years combined, and the ability to understand wrestling. It's going to be a matchup of who's going to make the better strategy and utilization of their best wrestlers tonight.
And I think that's one of the great things about wrestling is the fact that unlike the other sports where you have set lineups, in basketball usually it's the same 5 starting every day. In football, it's usually the same, offensive line, the same backfield. In wrestling, guys can bounce around, and you can get those different matchups, and you just never know what's going to happen until the guys actually take a step out onto the mat.
It keeps it exciting, and it keeps us at the table on our toes. We've got to make sure that we're being accurate in who we're calling out there, and there's a lot of strategy that's involved in making sure those matchups are ones that can assist you in a matchup that's this tight. If you make the wrong call at the wrong time, sometimes it's not those who actually win the match. It may be a matchup that may end up losing you the match. So tonight, coaches will earn their money in this gym, and the kids, as you know, they're excited. I was back during the weigh-in process, and you could have heard a pin drop. It's intense. These kids know how big the stakes are tonight, and I think you're going to see them give their best tonight, again, to decide who's going to be the top seed in this district for our team championships and who puts themselves in the best position statewide as it comes to AA wrestling. Again, 2 teams that doesn't get any better than this.
Okay, so as you can see behind us, the crowd's starting to break up a little bit. You saw the end of the last match of the junior high competition tonight. So we're going to get the mats cleared off. We're going to get the varsity guys out here to get warmed up, go through the introduction. So the start of tonight's feature bouts between Boiling Springs and Boiling Springs, just a couple minutes away. So stay tuned. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back here in Boiling Springs. So stay tuned. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the recycling center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing, which is scary. But you threw Moeller out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, rollers, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. All hail Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza. Make it great.
The Bermudian Springs Eagles on the mat here at Boiling Springs tonight, doing their stretching, their pre-match warm-ups. They all have their warm-ups on with the hoods up, and these guys are getting ready. You can see by the look on their faces, they know this is a big one. And George, we were talking earlier about the strategy and how guys are going to be bounced around and the coaches are going to earn their money tonight. I guess that the first thing that comes into play is where they are going to start. Because if you look at the lineups and you look at the records that these teams and these individual wrestlers bring in here, it seems that the advantage in the lower weight classes is going to go to Boiling Springs. The advantage perhaps in the upper weight classes is going to go to Bermudian Springs. So tonight they're starting at 145, just about right in the dead center. Does that favor one team over another?
I think the upper weights with a number of district finalists being from Bermudian Springs, but there are some guys in the lineups from Boiling Springs in the upper weights that are going to make this really interesting. There could be some potential matchups later on. We don't know who's going to be bounced around, but those matchups could include a moving around to with Tristan Sponseller specifically at 195. With Sam McCullum, I know Kyle Taylor from Boiling Springs has been somebody that's been utilized at 220 in the past, and he could present a real challenge in the upper weights, and it gives versatility to Boiling Springs through the process. You've got Tyler Kaufman at 152, but last year I know he was bumped around to face a very, very strong wrestler in Britton Shelton. Last year I think Tyler Kaufman was a swing at that weight. And again, while the upper weights do favor Bermudian, I think the idea of what the strategic matchups will be early and the level of intensity in wrestling and outcomes are certainly going to have a major impact. And as you said, Boiling Springs at the lower weights, studs all through the lineup. Kids who have had great success early on. And, again, with this starting weight, probably the most critical point of the match. Early on, you're going to see some matchups and some change-ups in the lineup that are going to make a determination for the outcome.
When you look at the overall record that these teams bring in here, it seems like the experience advantage is going to go to Bermudian just because they've wrestled so many more dual matches this year. They come in with a record of 19-4 in dual meet competition. Boiling Springs, on the other hand, only 6-1. So the fact that the Eagles have wrestled more head-to-head competition, have had more opponents, does that favor them, or does it perhaps favor Boiling Springs because maybe they're a little bit fresher?
I remember coming into sectional finals at 20-0. Now kids are at 25-2 halfway through the season. I sometimes think that that could be a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing. You want to get kids peaking at the right time, being able to actually come off of building momentum, not moving on the other side. So for the quality wrestlers who are going to be ending this year up in a way that's going to prove that they're going to be great throughout the season, it's one thing. But sometimes when you're a little fresher and you're coming into a big matchup like this, you've got something to prove and some fresh legs. So I actually think it favors Boiling Springs.
So you hear the music kicking up in the background and the crowd's starting to get going here. That's because the host Bubblers have now taken the mat, and we're getting ready. The start of this one's getting a little bit closer. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be back here at Boiling Springs for the start of tonight's match. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite? And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
The start of this heavyweight battle tonight in Class AA in District 3 and the entire state of Pennsylvania. One of the top matches of the entire season. Bermudian Springs and Boiling Springs getting closer to the start as they're going through the wrestler introductions. And we're just about through that process. Then we'll have the national anthem, and then we will be underway tonight. So the tension here in the gym, you can literally cut it with a knife. I hate to use that cliche, but you feel the tension building as we get closer here. And it seems like both teams are throwing multiple possibilities out there. So unlike some other matches where it's one wrestler, who your opponent's going to be. Here we just have no idea how it's going to play out and who's going to be going up against whom, and that's, I think, what adds to the intrigue as to what could play out here tonight.
And for those viewers at home that may just be tuning in to wrestling for one of the first times, you don't realize how big this sport is. I mean, when you're sitting in this gym tonight, you feel the type of electricity that you may not even see in Division I college programs. I mean, tonight again, while you're going to see a great matchup, you're also going to feel and see crowds that have been not only educated about wrestling but are fully engaged and behind their team. I mean, it's even hard to talk over the announcements. I remember being an official out there, and I was an official for 23 years. This is one of those matches you've got to have a guy come out with a towel. And the buzzer is loud and the sound system is loud here, but at the end of some of these matches, you won't be able to hear anything. And that kind of intensity not only raises up the notch of level of the officiating, the crowd, but the wrestlers really respond well to that kind of energy. And like I said, you're going to see more out of these kids than you do at most wrestling matches. Tonight is a backyard rivalry, one that has been existing for quite some time and really has been the measuring stick for AA wrestling in the state of Pennsylvania.
The great thing about this is they used to be divisional opponents back when both were in the Mid-Penn division, Mid-Penn Conference. But Bermudian Springs a couple years ago moved out. They're now in the York Adams League. The great thing about this is they have kept this as a rivalry. They still do go against each other head to head. So give credit to both administrations, both athletic directors, both coaches for keeping this going. Now we're everybody getting to their feet as we get ready for our national anthem tonight at Boiling Springs High School. National anthem at Boiling Springs as we get started for the Bubblers and the Eagles.
Again, we're getting ready for the coin toss tonight. The captains are called out at the beginning of the match. The official tosses a coin in the air. On the coin, it's actually one side is green, the other side is red. Green represents the home team, Boiling Springs Bubblers. The red represents Bermudian, appropriately with the colors as well. And the winner of this coin toss determines whether or not who gets the odd or even matches in the selection of who they send out first, and also who has first choice with selection of position at the beginning of the second period. Tonight, no more critical coin toss than tonight.
Don't know what the actual head count is of the people in the gym tonight, but I'm sure if they could have, they could certainly double it, at least. So here we go, getting ready. 145 pounds, the first wrestlers coming out. We'll identify them for you in just a second. And we are glad you are with us on High School Sports Live on ABC 27 tonight. We are underway. Boiling Springs and Bermudian Springs, 145 pounds. For Bermudian Springs, it's Ted Moranis at 145 pounds. And John Vaughn for Boiling Springs.
Vaughn in an early single, earns the first 2 points of tonight's match. Goes in for a Navy. Bringing Marines back down to the mat. Riding the ankle. Out of bounds. 2-0 lead to John Vaughn from Boiling Springs as we get set to do a restart.
Taking a look at how these gentlemen have done so far this year. Vaughn is a junior. He comes in with a record of 13-1. 6 pins, 2 major decisions. He has 74 wins in his high school career. Taking on Ted Moranis as a senior, 20-7 this year with 13 pins. So as we touched upon earlier, George, you're going to see the potential for a lot of pins tonight because these guys have certainly racked them up so far in the early season dual meets so far.
But again, when we talk about a lot of pins, we're talking about guys who have that type of win-loss record that are going up from kids from other teams that may not match that. Again, a matchup of 16-1 versus 20. What do you say? 20-7.
20-7 and 13-1.
No slouch by any stretch of the imagination. And again, tonight for both teams, they have to realize they're not going to get the kind of bonus points you're used to getting against quality opponents. That's why the matchups are so critical.
We have our first stoppage already tonight.
Blood time for, again, the audience at home. You collectively are able to use 5 minutes.
Let's take a look at the Snapple replay, get an idea of perhaps why that occurred. Well, there's a takedown.
But again, you get the collective 5 minutes blood time. What happens is a trainer, it's sort of like the cut man in a boxing match, is one of the most critical people at the side of a match, and they try to address the blood immediately, get the bleeding stopped. Once the bleeding is stopped and the injury is addressed, the referee will then stop the clock from running and allow for cleanup to occur. Once that has occurred, they come back in at the position where they left the match without any kinds of points that are taken away from either wrestler.
So we're getting ready to restart here. Ted Moranis against John Vaughn. Georgia mentioned the official, and the man on the mat tonight is not from Duck Dynasty, is he?
No, ZZ Top.
ZZ Top. He's a good friend of yours, right?
He is a good friend of mine. He's been an official for a number of years out of the Carlisle chapter, and he's somebody who has done a lot of matches here in Boiling Springs and is familiar with Bermudian Springs. Really a great guy to have here tonight. A lot of familiarity with the crowd, and have confidence he'll call a great match tonight.
So back to the center for another restart. Vaughn in the down position actually has a 2-0 lead over Ted Moranis.
Moranis trying to maintain control. Vaughn attempting to do a good job at freeing his hands, getting wrist control, and then trying to face his opponent to earn a 1-point escape. Keeps putting 1 and 2 things together. It's going to be eventually a matter of a will before he gets out.
George, so far tonight we've been talking about how good these teams are and how good the wrestlers are. I guess the next logical question is, why? Why are these two schools so much better than everybody else at, say, in District 3, at least when it comes to AA competition?
Look around you. We've got 2 AA schools, and I don't think there's bench room or any kids that are left in the towns that aren't on the wrestling team. the level of expectation that have been set by both coaches, the history of both of these teams, and the expectations of the community. When you talk about going out for a sport as a young 5-year-old boy, one of the things that you could do to make your town proud, to provide recognition to your school district, and to really be able to excel and think about moving forward in higher level college wrestling is to become a wrestler. And that doesn't happen at most high schools, but it does at Bermudian and Boiling Springs.
We've been talking about some of the coaching decisions that are going to be made tonight. I think we have to give a shout out to the coaches. Dave McCollum from Bermudian Springs in his 37th year is the head coach of the Eagles. Rod Wright in his 12th season is the head coach of the Bubblers. And for those of you that have been following the saga, I guess you could say, here in Boiling Springs, highly publicized incident with the Coach Wright concerning him in some personal matters where he had been suspended for the first part of the season, but he's back now in the classroom and back now is on the bench as the head coach of the Bubblers.
Yeah, those personal issues, I know, were a challenge to the team early. Without your leader here, we saw Boiling Springs get off to a slower than normal start. Coach Rodney Wright is back, a great wrestler in high school. I believe he was a 2-time state champ, an All-American wrestler at college, and brings a hard-nosed, accept nothing less attitude to the Bubblers. And his return has been sort of followed up by the wrestling quality of the team. And I think without him in the sideline, I think you'd see a different Boiling Springs team. He's back, and we're in a matchup tonight of, again, Mouse, who I like to call Mr. McCollum. His nickname for all of you wrestling fans is Mousy, and based upon his height and size, it won't be hard to figure out why that's his nickname. And Rodney Wright in another classic matchup here tonight in Boiling Springs High School.
So we head to the third period, and it's John Vaughn of Boiling Springs still with that 2-0 lead over Ted Marinas. So we start the final 2 minutes at 145 pounds. First of 14 bouts coming your way tonight here on High School Sports Line.
And really surprised Marinas was able to ride without any stalling warnings there. Now able to earn an escape to make the match 2-1. And these matches are going to be decided by 1 or 2 points. A takedown in this part of the match is critical and could decide the outcome. Key matchup early, John. And you can hear the crowd getting into it. They know the significance of this early matchup.
Right off the bat, last week when we were doing Lower Dauphin and Cedar Creek, they said there was a lot of side-by-side as far as the heads were concerned, that you can't score. You notice when these two guys get together, well, there was side-by-side there, but earlier in the match, that they were basically head-to-head, straight in front of each other.
They're going to put themselves in positions to score, and if they stay in that head-to-head position, I think they're going to get an earful from their coach. Right now, Vaughn in on a single leg. He's got a pretty decent position. He needs to turn the corner, hook that ankle to be able to finish, but the out-of-bounds line is going to prevent him from doing so. 45
seconds left, third period. John Vaughn of Boiling Springs in the black singlet with the purple and gold trim. A 2-1 lead over Ted Marinas, over Bermudian Springs, in the familiar white singlet with the familiar red pinstripes.
No stalling warnings at this point, so that not being an issue here late in this match. Vaughn needs to really hold off here, but be careful, continue not to just block, continue to promote the action. He's now in a pretty good position with a front headlock. Marinas trapping the elbow, back on their feet, squared up with 19 seconds to go. Again, Vaughn, without a stalling warning, can afford to give one up here late, and may just do that. He's actually done that. With 5 seconds to go, that's not going to make a difference in the outcome of this match.
John Vaughn of Boiling Springs, winner of the first match tonight at 145, a 2-1 decision. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
It's always better when you get to pick your team. That's why I didn't just accept the regional health plan offered at work. I went to a Highmark Direct store and picked a more affordable plan with a broader network, one that I feel better with.
For the most value, you're better with Blue. We're reinventing affordable health care for today and for generations to come. For all you do, you're better with Highmark Blue Shield.
back to Bermudian Springs High School. The host Bubblers with a 3-0 early lead over Bermudian Springs as we move on to our next match of the night now at 152 pounds. Jared Spar for Bermudian Springs. Being opposed by Tyler Kaufman. From Boiling Springs. Kaufman of the Bubblers is a junior, comes in with a 7-5 record, 2 pins to his credit this year. For Spar at 152, he's a senior for the Eagles, a 7-8 record with 4 pins.
Another one of these tight matchups that's going to be a swing match tonight. Again, Tyler Kaufman, clearly a taller wrestler with some leverage advantage here. And two wrestlers who may not be at the top of their team's win lead, but certainly a match tonight that's going to make a critical difference. And it's these kinds of matches the matchups that really will cause a significance in the outcome of a Boiling Springs Bermudian match.
And it's Jared Spar losing his headgear. And we're going to take a quick break so he can get re-equipped. Joining us now here at Matt's side at Boiling Springs is Jeremy Elliott from the Harrisburg Patriot News and Penn Live. Jeremy, good to have you back again.
It's good to be back, especially for a match like this. Doesn't really get any better.
No, it doesn't. I'm just glad we got seats close to the match.
It was a tough ticket to get.
Tough ticket.
Sold out. This is a spot where Boiling Springs has really got to take off. I thought they missed an opportunity in the first match. I had John Vaughn ranked second in the district. 10 Marinas, not at all. Thought they could have got a bigger decision there.
Still no takedown. Still no takedown. Still no takedown. No earning of control there. Jared Spar of Bermudian Springs earning the first 2 points of this critical matchup. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, that's okay. You know, here's another spot. Tyler Kaufman, I have him ranked number 1 in the district. Jared Spar is one of those, he's kind of a role guy. He's not necessarily one of their studs, and he's wrestling well.
There's another look at that move that results in the 2-0 lead for Jared Spar. Move to second period now.
Tyler Kaufman selecting the defensive position. It appears that Jared Spar is going an optional start and allowing an escape early for a 1 point for Tyler Kaufman, making the match 2-1. Jared Spar.
Rod Wright's already out of his chair, Boiling Springs head coach. I'm sure he's not happy with what he's seen so far because John Vaughn, Tyler Kaufman, these are two guys that, get a lot of points in dual meets, and they're getting challenged here. They're getting pushed. Berm seems like they've come up. And from York Adams, and really want to get in Boiling Springs' face early.
Guys, when you look at these two wrestlers stand side by side, two distinctly different physiques. Kaufman, tall and lanky. Spar, kind of more compact, more stout. Does the build favor one guy or another? I mean, does one build make for a better wrestler?
As a wrestler, I'll just tell you this. When I saw a guy come in looking like Jared Spar, I got excited. When I saw a tall guy like Tyler Kaufman, I knew I was in for a long day of work. But I'm going to tell you something. Jared Spar is in a potential position here. He's kept on that ankle. He's got to be careful. You're not allowed to grab the toe there. He's got to be careful. Although he's now squared up, there's been no points awarded thus far. Both guys still in the neutral position. Tyler Kaufman working now a double leg, trying to pop his head out, keeping Jared Spar on his hip. Jared Spar does a nice job of sprawling out, but does right towards the edge. Wow, very close. Very close.
First controversial call or non-call of the night.
Does his toe come out of bounds? Which it does, right as the call actually is made. That's a great call by the official. No takedown.
Great camera work, guys.
I'm with you, George. I always like the tall, lanky guys. They're hard to deal with. They can do. They're hard to ride. and they can throw legs in on you when they're on top and really ride you to death. But credit Jared Spar, he's like a fire hydrant.
He is a fire hydrant out there. Stocky legs, stocky build, and again, not allowing the length of Tyler Kaufman really to be an advantage thus far.
And Spar waiting at 152.7 tonight.
And it was a great call on the edge, like you said. He was out.
You know, it'd be great to have an instant replay board in here for wrestling, but then there wouldn't be as much fervor from the fans.
Exactly.
Well, if everybody brought their smartphones and they logged on online, they could actually watch it while you're here in person.
I'll take it this way. Gives us something to chat about.
Here's one more look at action from earlier. So we're getting ready.
Nice outside single. Moves on the inside again. You know, you got to be careful. That toe, you can't pull on that toe. That's actually illegal to do.
So third period underway. And it's Jared Spar with a 2-1 lead over Tyler Kaufman.
That scramble that was out of bounds, those are the scrambles in the past 2 years that the Bubblers have always won. And I'm seeing a little bit of a difference tonight so far. You know, Berm's kind of, staying out of trouble, and they're playing even with him on those scrambles. And that's how you beat Boiling Springs.
And I'm going to tell you something. Jared Spar came ready to wrestle tonight.
Yeah, like I said, he's a roll guy. He's not one of their big studs. This is a place where, even a loss by decision, I think Bermudian would be happy with what they gave up. And here they're in the match to win it.
Kaufman again using his length, trying to get in early, trying to stretch it across, earning 2.
Takedown for Kaufman. Here it is again.
Kaufman in on a single leg. Again, length, arms. He hooks the ankle, gets it before they were out of bounds, knees and supporting points in.
And this is where Jared Spar doesn't want to be, I think. He doesn't want to be on the bottom of Tyler Kaufman.
Yep.
So Kaufman now with the 3-2 lead.
We'll look for those legs coming in.
Yep, and he's also looking for tilts. And Tyler
See how it's in already? Legs are in already. You bang him up this way. He's now going to cross face him.
Yep.
Now earning back points. He's got legs in. Now he's trying to hook it. He's got to be careful here. Earning a 3-point near fall.
Here's where Kaufman does most of his damage. If he can get 3 more, and you're looking at getting close to a major. He's got to hurry up though.
30 seconds left.
See how he's got it locked up above his knee there? That completely immobilizes the bottom guy. Now he wants to work either a power half here or crossface. He's got to bump him to his hip. Now when you throw those legs, you got to use them. Curling the elbow underneath, trying to find a hook.
10 seconds left, 152 pounds. Tyler Kaufman of Boiling Springs in control over Jared Spar. Big third period by Kaufman. It's going to give him the win. 6-2 decision. Tyler Kaufman of Boiling Springs. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Borman & Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years' experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman & Babb help you achieve your financial success.
Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Back at Boiling Springs High School, the hometown Bubblers with an early 6-0 lead over Bermudian Springs as we head now to 160 pounds, our third bout of the night.
We've got Britton Shelton, I know, here from Bermudian Springs. Shelton in immediately.
Connor Murphy is the wrestler for Boiling Springs at 160 pounds.
Here's already a move by Rod Wright. Connor normally wrestles 170. And obviously the descent program, he's able to bump down to 160. More favorable matchup for him.
Murphy, a senior, coming in with a 9-4 record, 5 pins to his credit. Britton Shelton coming in with a record of 25-2.
This is a big matchup.
This is a huge matchup. A win here by Boiling Springs really because Shelton's one of Berm's stars.
Yep.
And I think maybe Rod Wright's looking at the length again, like we talked about. But Shelton's really improved as a wrestler.
He's got to be careful here. He's now, great job. He actually was trying to get up and make sure he got head above, or head underneath the arm and trying to come over with a half. And Murphy was able to fend it off to avoid additional back points. Trying to gain wrist control from the bottom position. Britton Shelton doing a great job of keeping the weight forward, maintaining control from the top position.
He's really progressed as a wrestler over the last couple of years, and that's paying off.
Yeah. Said he's 24-2. What is his record?
25-2.
25-2. Connor Murphy with an escape.
It looks like Berm wrestlers are content to let cut Boiling Springs wrestlers, meaning let them up, give up that escape so they don't get on the mat with them. So these guys don't throw in legs, do tilts, power halves, cross faces.
Cross wrist tilts.
Yeah, bubblers definitely are very good on the mat.
3 seconds left. Opening period, first 2 minutes of our 160-pound match. Britton Shelton of Bermudian Springs takes a 2-1 lead to period number 2.
You see the potential to give up additional points were there. Connor Murphy doing a good job of getting to his stomach and not giving it up.
George, earlier I know we had talked about the amount of points that these teams score, 60 in an average win. That means there's a lot of pins, so these guys aren't necessarily used to going the 6 minutes.
Yep.
So is that going to come into play where, not necessarily the conditioning, but just the mental fatigue of knowing I'm in this for the duration. This isn't going to be a quick match.
I wouldn't go far away from the conditioning. I mean, you're going to see who's in shape to be able to go the distance tonight. And there, as you can see, Britton Shelton, again, trying to maintain control on top. Connor Murphy being able to get his hips away. Now, I believe we're at the point where we're tied 2-2. 2-2.
That was a smart move by Shelton. It looked like he could have gave up a reverse there.
Yep.
Very close, and I think it was probably wise just to not fight it after a certain point and give up 1 instead of 2, and possibly more if he gets put on his back.
And Murphy does a good job of getting his hips away, creating space, and getting his arm between the body. And you're right, instead of hanging on and putting yourself in a worse position, giving up the 1's a lot better option. Britton Shelton hanging on to a really loose Russian tie there, now with a half a shot near the edge, trying to switch to a dump. Connor Murphy countering with a whizzer, staying on their feet neutral. Big takedown here. Anybody can earn 2 going into the third period. Be a big advantage knowing that Britton Shelton has the opportunity to go in the defensive position at the start of the third period. But Connor Murphy, again, content to give up his wrist there, and really is going to be prevented from doing anything from an offensive perspective. Even on your feet, wrist control is so important.
As far as strategy is concerned, do these guys take what they can get when they get it, or is it strategically enough where they say, well, I'm going to wait until the final 20 or 30 seconds and then they'll come in?
That happens, but you don't want to give up anything. But there's
a takedown with 6 seconds left.
Being the aggressor there, now earning a takedown and going in the defensive position, he puts himself in a really good spot coming in the third period.
So Britton Shelton, here's that last move again. Britton Shelton of Bermudian Springs with the 2-point takedown. That gives him the advantage.
He opted to go neutral in the third period evidence to what you were saying earlier, Jeremy. These kids don't want to be on the bottom in a position where Boiling Springs can earn some back points with their expertise on the mat.
The other thing is, too, I think Shelton's comfortable with being able to take him down. I think that maybe that takedown at the end of the second period maybe made him think, hey, you know what? Take him down again. Maybe I can get him on his back, either major or even, catch him in a pin. But I just think it's a case of let's not give Boiling Springs their favored position on the mat.
I like the way Shelton continues to try to hook the elbow. He's working from a high crotch position. Now he's going to a dump. He's putting one or two things together. And May, if he can snatch that other leg up there, earn two there prior to him going out of bounds. Looks like his knee hit the line there. They're going to be back on their feet. But again, you've got Murphy on the defensive.
Yeah. I'm impressed with Shelton. I haven't seen him much this year. And I like his aggressiveness.
Murphy in on the single now.
Could be a little trouble here, though.
He's got to get his other arm across, try and get double legs, get his head out from there, and establish good control. He's got to get his other arm out. As you see, Shelton is trying to stay in there tight, not give any space, and he did it successfully. You got to get a little space, get that arm between the body to collect both legs there.
40 seconds left, third period, 160 pounds. Britton Shelton of Bermudian Springs, 4-2 leader over Connor Murphy of Boiling Springs.
Again, playing wrist control games, trying to do it a little inside sweep, but you can't do it while you're playing the edge. No stalling warnings yet this far, which really favors Britton Shelton and his ability to try to stay away for these last 19 seconds. Murphy, however, in on a single.
If he can lift the leg up.
He's got it down at the ankle. Now again,
10 seconds.
Shelton with a whizzer, able to come out with his hips, and actually may come around for two. Nope. Murphy squares up with. And that will end up a 4-2 victory.
Britton Shelton, Bermudian Springs, a 4-2 winner at 160 pounds. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
For 57 years, you know the Big 33 Football Classic as the Super Bowl of high school football. 2012 brought the Big 26 Baseball Classic. Look out in the fall of 2014, the Big 13 Basketball Classic, which will feature top high school basketball talent. Stay tuned at big33.org. Hershey Entertainment and Resorts delivers state-of-the-art roller coasters, the legendary AHL Bears hockey team, premier entertainment, and much more. We are proud to sponsor young athletes through the efforts of High School Sports Live.
Back at Boiling Springs High School, we move to our 170-pound match. The Eagles of Bermudian Springs just getting on the board with a victory there at 160 pounds by Britton Shelton. It is 6-3 now in favor of the Bubblers. So we move to 170, our fourth match of the night. Cody Rowland on the mat for Bermudian Springs.
And Travis Wickard for Boiling Springs.
This should be an advantage for Boiling Springs. Wickard, a pretty good wrestler. Doesn't make it as a starter because Murphy is normally in that 170 spot. This is his chance now to shine in one of the biggest matches of the season.
Again, earned a quick takedown, really working strong on this power half. Working over Cody Rowland on the bottom position.
Wickard, a sophomore, comes in with a record of 9-6. Rowland, a junior, comes in with a record of 7-4. And it's Wickard with the 2-0 lead. Halfway through tonight's first period. 170 pounds.
Checking the bout sheet, Wickard weighed in at 156, so he's wrestling up here. This is the stuff where the bubblers are so good.
Cross wrist tilt. He's got to keep his scapula inbounds in order to earn it, which he will. It's big. You got to keep him within that angle.
Oh, now you hit the headlock.
But you cannot lock it below the elbow. I can't see from this angle, but it looks like he's got it below the elbow at this point. Referee again counting. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5, 4. Not going to earn the fall.
Just ran out of time. 3-point back move there. It's going to get Travis Wickard.
Again, he sits up, he comes across, grabs the neck, searches for the wrist, pulls it again underneath the shoulders, keeps his hips away, and begins to grind and lock it up tight there. Very, very lucky that Roland did not get pinned at the end of that period.
And like I said earlier, this is where the bubblers are so good. They get efforts out of guys you don't expect them to get out of. Every time these two teams meet, it's always somebody different. You have the stars who do their damage, but it's the guys that are the role players that step up and end up deciding the match.
Coach Rodney Wright going over to question whether or not there should have been 2 sets of back points earned there. However, the referee made the determination that it was all the same move.
That was a good call. That was a
continuation and only allowed for the 3 back points, which was the correct call.
Those 3 points have given Wickard a 5-0 lead after 1 period.
Roland's in trouble.
Wickard out, underneath, earns the reversal. Roland better be careful he doesn't give up more than 2 there. Wickard looks like a man with a mission right now.
Yeah, and what did Roland weigh in at?
Roland weighed in at 171. So
Wickard's giving up 15 pounds.
15 pounds.
And he's treating him like a rag doll.
Yep. Again, a cross wrist tilt situation. Again, you got to keep his shoulders and his scapula. Those of you who know what the scapula is. That's your shoulder blades inbounds to earn it. Pops his head out.
Another look at that move.
Yep.
Wickard's looking for 6.
Yep. Pops his head out, holds onto the elbow, and spins Roland back to the mat to earn a 2-point reversal there. Great job on the cameras, guys. We're getting the action really well tonight.
Wickard with now a 7-point lead, and for those of you not familiar with the scoring in wrestling, you earn team points by the margin of victory that you post over your opponent. You get 3 points for a decision. That's a victory up to 7 points. 8 points, 8 to 14. You get a major decision. You get 14 points. Open up a 15-point lead. That's a technical fall. The bout stops, and you get 5 points, and of course you get 6 points.
I'll tell you, Wickard is working him. He is really working him, and could have really put himself in a position to get 2 there, but came a little bit aggressively. Roland used that momentum against Wickard and turned it into a reversal versus him being on his own back.
And that hurts here. I mean, Wickard's job at this point is to get bonus points, whether it's even if it's just a major decision.
Here's another look at the reversal.
Just got loose there.
It gave Roland his first points of the match. Back to live action.
Caution on Cody Roland. It's his first. You get 2 cautions prior to a penalty point being awarded.
That's a weird start.
Yeah, it didn't look exactly on par. Roland's got to be careful. When you give up something there, you can't continue to hold on to that head.
So Wickard back to a 7-point advantage as we come to the end of period number 2. We'll take a 9-2 lead to period 3.
See, he steps through, reverses him, and when he's got that position there, he's got to be really careful. You hang on the head, you can pop it quick going around and end up on your back quick. Once you do it, you need to flatten out and start again, gain wrist control, and get out. Don't give up anything foolish here.
Yeah, I thought Wickard missed an opportunity a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He could have slipped in a half there and really done some, maybe even got the pin.
Wickard again, right off the whistle. Getting his feet away, getting his hips away. Rolling now, trying to work a near side cradle. He's got it locked up. He's got it locked up.
Wow.
Again, I don't know if there's been 2 points scored yet. I don't think there's been any back points scored yet. No 2 count has been given. I don't see the referee holding on yet. So there's been no points earned to this point. Although still Wickard is in a dangerous position. Cody Rowland having a near side cradle. Now ends up on his own rear. Back in a good position. Head in the side. This is where you want to be if you want to earn points. Trapping the leg, gathering the head to the knee.
This would be a huge, huge lift for the Bermudian if he can lock this in.
He still hasn't earned any back points yet. Now has found himself in a difficult position. Wickard gets out and now is in a position to actually go ahead. Did he give up 3? Did he give up 3 points there? I didn't see him counting.
Yeah, I don't know where the other 3 came from. He never counted it, did he?
I never saw him count back points. Not one time.
Well, the scoreboard has it 11-5 now. As we approach the final 30 seconds at 170 pounds. I didn't see any counting either.
Wickard now with a power half in. He's got to get chest to chest here. He's burying his hand. This could be, great job by Cody rolling through, using the momentum to get himself off his back. Boy, Wickard just needs to take that and relax with that a little bit.
But it's an 8-point decision, or 8-point margin now. It's 13-5. 5 seconds left. Travis Wickard of Boiling Springs, a 13-5 winner at 170 pounds. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Back at Boiling Springs High School now, we move to 180 pounds, our 5th bout of the night.
182.
182. We're double checking to see what the final total there was. There are 4 points on the board, so the 13-5 would have been the major decision, and would have awarded 4 points.
This is Colton Dahl for Berm. This is one of their hammers in the lineup. Definitely looking for bonus here.
Colton Dahl of Bermudian, and it's Nate Guin of Boiling Springs.
Guin's an underrated wrestler. Kind of a quiet guy. I mean, I don't think he's on the level of Dahl, but he's a guy who gets it. You know, might be able to save him some points here. It's part of that junior class, the stacked junior class for the Bubblers.
Guin, a junior with an 8-6 record, going up against Colton Dahl, also a junior. He comes in with a 24-2 record. 12 of those 24 wins have been by pin. He has 94 career wins so far. He's only a junior.
Actually, Guin working, trapped the ankle on the inside, trying to get some space, put it over his head, cut his arm between the body, trying to earn at least 1 here, if not 2. He's got to get himself out from that bottom position, square up, and try to face him completely on his feet to earn a neutral. Stalemate called by the referee. Back to the center. No change. Dahl still in the offensive position. Now Colton Dahl trapping an arm. You don't want to get your arms held behind here. Dahl coming up with a leg, still maintaining position. Oh, interested in seeing where they put him here. Never completely facing him and not earning a neutral here as the period comes to a close.
First period down, Colton Dahl of Bermudian Springs, a 2-0 lead. But the Eagles trail the Bubblers 10-3.
Nate Guin selecting the defensive position to start out the second period. Immediately, Colton Dahl brings him to the feet. Doesn't want to stay there for another minute and a half or so on the mat after, on many times, Nate Guin almost getting out and maybe even turning Dahl to his back. Dahl clearly from the opening whistle earned a quick takedown and there has established himself in a comfortable position, being able to take down Nate Guin.
The other thing is, too, Dahl needs bonus. Berm, this is the meat of their order. This is where they do a lot of damage. Guys coming up, McCollum, line ball, and they can't afford to be even with Boiling Springs once Boiling Springs gets back around to 120, because that's where Boiling Springs really, can lock up the match with guys like Corbin Myers, Grant Bond, Kyle Shoup. So they need the points.
Nope. Again, Colton Dahl letting Nate Guin to his feet. Colton Dahl now a little shaken up, asking for injury time. Those of you at home, you get a minute and a half injury time. They need to address whatever the situation is that has caused the timeout. Once the doctor or the trainer and the wrestler give the okay, they're back to action. If you call a second injury timeout, it gives the wrestler who did not call the second injury timeout an opportunity to take whatever position he wants on the mat, which has really prevented. That's one of the positive changes to wrestling that's happened over the last several years. You don't allow for kids to fake an injury for a breath.
Absolutely. One of the few better changes,
I agree.
I must say. I'm not really fond of the weight classes. That's another story.
Yeah, that's a story we really haven't addressed this year. It was a big one last year, but we really haven't touched upon it too much this year.
I hit it hard enough last year that it probably lasts another 4 years.
It's still resonating throughout the state.
Yeah.
Colton Dahl again. Can't finish. Really nice throw by to a low single. Wasn't able to finish. Good job by Nate Guin being able to fend it off and stay away.
Credit Nate Guin here. Colton Dahl's run over the opposition this year, and he's hanging right in this match. Colton Dahl can't fall asleep or get a little relaxed. He's got to keep pushing. Not only because his team needs some bonus points here, a major is even big here. Nate has a chance to steal one. And that would really put Bermudian in a bad way.
And Bermudian knows that their fans getting a little restless looking for a stolen call. Just as we say that, Colton Dahl does an arm drag directly for a takedown, now working an opposite side wrist, trying to put it in the center of the back.
Which he does.
Now he can either trap his head with his legs in this position or try to work something from the other side, but time's run out.
End of period number 2, Colton Dahl of Bermudian Springs in control as we take another look at the last move.
Right away off the whistle. Arm drag, completely used the momentum, pulled him right down to the mat, earning 2.
I'm surprised Dahl chose the bottom position here. A little bit.
Well, with only a 4-point lead, needing bonus points, it took him a while to earn a takedown in the last period, though. You know that?
Unless you turn a reversal like it looks like he's going to do.
Yep, he does. And again, now, I've not seen any stalling calls so far. And we've already got Bermudians fans chirping. They know how important bonus points is in this match.
I figured that.
Actually, not a great time to call a stolen call there. It's just as he earns an escape.
Yeah, but he could have called it a couple seconds
Yeah, he
earlier.
could've.
Yeah, so I don't really have a problem with that. Rod Wright might have a problem with it.
I think Boiling Springs fans had a problem with it.
Yeah, but really he should have got hit a few seconds early. See, I'm on the official side this week.
That's because I'm not out there, Jeremy. And right here, again, you talk about positions of stalling. You can't continue to block on the inside. All he's got is double hooks. He's trying to figure out a way to keep his legs away. I wouldn't be surprised to see the official here again engage in a call.
But George, I have a question for you. How much time does a shot buy you?
I don't think that's completely irrelevant from my perspective. It's all a matter of, are you, a guy can take a shot and never make an attempt. The idea of him continuing to shoot across the mat, if he doesn't shoot with an attempt to take the guy down, even the aggressor in that case, if they're blocking and they're just hanging on, could be called for stalling. So it's all a matter of, are you trying to finish the move? Are you continue to try to be aggressive? Or are you blocking and attempting not to have score? And again, in this case, underhook on the one side.
So that's a half-hearted shot.
It's not even an attempt.
Right.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, when you can latch onto a single
crotch.
leg,
Yep.
then I think you're making an attempt. But that kind of half shot where you
doesn't count.
Yeah.
But to Nate Guin's credit, not giving up anything big. Actually, that was a risky move. I mean, he really threw his hips in and gave an entire, there was no hesitation with that throw attempt there, and didn't work out. Nate Guin showing some strength here despite a little bit weight disadvantage.
20 seconds left. Dahl still with a 6-point advantage. It's 9-3.
There it is.
It's now 11-3. There's that one bonus point we've been talking about earlier. So it's going to be Colton Dahl of Bermudian Springs, victorious at 182 pounds by a score of 11-3. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA. Back at Boiling Springs High School. Thanks for tuning in to High School Sports Live tonight. So glad we could bring you all the live action. One of the top wrestling matches in the state, not only tonight, but perhaps the entire season. Boiling Springs and Bermudian Springs. We move now to 195 pounds. This is Tristan Sponseller of Bermudian Springs.
Don't blink, folks. This one may be over very quickly.
And it is, 10 seconds. Tristan Sponseller.
One of the best wrestlers in the state of Pennsylvania, AA. Has consistently been at the top. And what's his record here, John, overall?
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet. because tomorrow does matter.
Welcome back to Boiling Springs. George Hartwick said, "Don't blink. If you did, you missed it." Tristan Sponseller in the previous match at 195 pinned Valentino Arena in just 10 seconds. So that now makes the score 13-10 in favor of the host, or the visiting Eagles. As we move now to 220 pounds, it's going to be Kyle Taylor of Boiling Springs taking on Sam McCollum of Bermudian Springs. McCollum, a junior, coming in with a record of 23-4. 17 of his 23 victories have come via the route of the pin. Taylor comes in with a pretty decent record of his own, 12-3 on the year.
Yeah, this is a key matchup.
Yeah, Kyle Taylor weighs in light, obviously can wrestle 95, 220. Won the Tool City tournament up in Meadville, PA at 220, which is very impressive. Very difficult tournament. Boiling Springs won the team title up there. Just goes to show you what happens when Rod Wright got back on the bench after the new year. He had to sit out the first month. Once he got back on the bench, it's a different team.
Yep.
Definitely one of the best coaches in Pennsylvania in my mind.
Both guys feeling each other out early. Out of bounds. Back to the center.
So for the first time tonight, the Eagles have the advantage on the big scoreboard. 13-10 over the Bubblers.
I expect this to be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about McCollum. It's the whole my Class AA versus Class AAA. Obviously, the smaller schools, I always question, how much depth there is in the upper weights. So I have him ranked second in the district as of now at 220. I have Kyle Taylor actually ranked second at 195. So Taylor definitely giving up weight here.
Taylor weighed in tonight at 191. McCollum coming in at 220.
30-pound difference is huge at these weights. And I'll tell you, you can't tell it early on.
So at the end of the first period, 220 pounds, we are scoreless.
McCollum deferring. I'm sorry, Taylor deferring, giving the coin toss to McCollum. Taylor earning the first points of the match.
Never ceases to amaze me how Rod Wright gets these kids to do things that are abnormal. Give up 30 pounds and, be leading in the second period over a guy who's ranked second in the district. Earlier with when Connor Murphy, I believe, or whoever it was, gave up 14 pounds. It's just, you don't see that often.
No. And boy, I know the difference between one weight class to the other. It really makes a significant difference if you're not used to moving up and down. This shows you that his kids wrestle all around in the wrestling room to get used to the different weight limits and the ability to control yourself and the other guy despite the weight disadvantage.
Actually, that was Travis Wickard earlier who did that. He weighed in at 156, moved up to 170 and got a major. I mean, a decision here by Kyle Taylor would be huge. Even if they would give up 6 at heavyweight.
But you can see early that strength, despite the weight difference, isn't a huge advantage because I still see Taylor moving forward, McCollum moving forward. They look evenly matched related to strength, but it's clear that there's a distinct weight advantage when you take a look at the two body sizes. still pummeling. But you got to wrestle with Rod Wright every day.
Oh, I couldn't imagine that. 3-time state champion.
That's a long day's work.
And not only that, when they lost to Shippensburg, a mad Rod Wright coming back in the room.
He prepares you to wrestle weight classes and to bring a mentality to each match that is going to not, despite any of the differences, not allow you mentally to be out of the match or physically.
And the interesting thing about him, he doesn't tell his wrestlers beforehand. He has told me that, just be ready to wrestle wherever. And credit to the kids on this team and this program that buy into what he's selling.
It's going to look like it's 1-0 here at the end of the first period.
Of course, it could be.
Second period.
Of course, it could be or else.
Yeah. Maybe that's the motivation.
Or else.
Or else. Again,
the only point of the match so far.
Nice sit out, turn in, gets his body away, faces his opponent.
It'll be interesting here to see if Taylor can hold down the bigger kid. 30 pounds, giving up 30 pounds. It's going to be tough to ride him out.
Yeah, I think this match is going to end up getting decided on the feet.
Whenever you're the lighter wrestler in a situation like this, after the match is over, do you go to the coach and say, "Coach, what were you thinking? Why did you do that to me?"
Well, only if you lose.
If you win, you say, "Great job, Coach. Wait, good call," right?
I proved I can go up and it really boosts your confidence even when you face bigger kids that are coming down in your own weight class. I mean, it's a big confidence booster.
I don't think anybody's going to say, "Rod Wright, what are you doing?" Pretty big guy.
Maybe over the phone, right?
But yeah, call him out.
Not in the wrestling room.
How about you text him?
Better yet, have somebody else text him for you.
Taylor's still maintaining control through the first 30 seconds of the third period with a 1-0 lead.
Could he crab in here? Would that help him?
It's going to be tough. Again, now you do that, continue to keep your weight on his hips, and if McCullum's content to staying on the mat, you just continue to ride him throughout the period.
Oh, he almost dumped him on his head.
And again, McCullum looking a bit gassed. You mentioned earlier he has, of his 23 wins, 17 pins. You also mentioned earlier about what does it mean to go the distance. Well, in the upper weights, it means a lot. And if you're not used to going the distance against quality opponents, it could prove to be the difference.
He's huffing and puffing.
I say that, and he gets right to his feet.
Yeah, but he's got to get out here, in my opinion. Otherwise, he might not get out.
And probably one of the better positions to do so here. And there is where weight provides a distinct advantage. Taylor could not hold on once the full force of his weight was placed on the back of his neck. Again, he sprawls out, weight straight on him. You can't hang on.
Back to live action. 50 seconds left. We're tied 1-1.
McCullum peeking at the clock.
You better watch he doesn't get hit here.
I know. Playing the edge. And equally as careful, Taylor with his weight disadvantage can't get caught doing other things he's used to doing with 195-pounders. You can get underneath and take him down. In a case like this, if you don't make sure you turn that corner and use the angle and get out from underneath, he can give up something easy by simply having McCullum sprawl out and earn 2. Looks like it may go into overtime.
So get out the rule book, get ready to give your overtime instructions as to how this is going to play out.
Overtime instructions. We go into a sudden death overtime where there's a 1-minute period. The first individual to score a point will win in this overtime. So this is sudden death for the first minute. No points are scored. We go to a series of 30-second periods. The cumulative score at the end of those 30-second periods will be a winner. If we're still tired after that, the first person that scores a point in the match is given the opportunity to select top or bottom in a 30-second sudden death rideout. Both guys look gassed.
Yeah, and the question is which one can hold the other one down, and it might be neither.
Got to be careful not to give anything up cheap. Both content with being on the edge, particularly McCullum in this case.
Yeah, it looks like Taylor's trying to pull him back in, but that's a lot of weight to pull in.
So 11 seconds left in the first overtime period. We are not at
I'd take a shot here.
You got to be careful not to give something up quick, though, you know? You get caught underneath of a guy that got 30 pounds on you. It's tough to finish that move, particularly when you're gassed.
A move like that, I mean, it's called sudden death for a reason.
My thinking, though, is nobody expects you to take one at 11 seconds left, and you're giving up 30 pounds.
But more often than not, and my experience in high school wrestling, when you're in the upper weights and you do something like that, the guy who initiates the move ends up not getting the takedown.
He could get put in his back.
Yep.
High risk, high reward. That's how I roll.
All right, here we go. The beginning of the 30 second.
Start in the down position.
Yep.
His choice.
Granby.
Yep, Granby at a 220. And that was his one energy move, look.
That could have hurt him. Taylor did a good job hanging on.
He rode right along with him, stayed close to his hips, and now has McCullum with his face to the mat, which is no position for a bottom guy to be at the beginning of the first 30-second overtime period. This could be huge.
First 30 down. We go to another period.
Immediately selecting the defensive position.
Every move, every second, crucial to the outcome of this match.
Immediately to his feet. He's got to get out. He's got to get out. He unhinges those hands and spreads his butt away. He's out. That's 1 point. Continue to go through the period here. We got 20 seconds remaining. Yep. Stands to his feet, sprawls away, brings his arm in to bring it away, and gets his body clear.
Back to live action, final 13 seconds.
Continuing to control the head.
This is the most McCollum shot all match.
Yep.
He's going to run out of time.
That's it.
Kyle Taylor, huge win for the Bubblers at 220 pounds. 4-1 decision over Sam McCullum. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
So, folks, we're halfway through, and guess what? We're on the big scoreboard, the net effect, we are right back where we started. We are tied at 13 all as we move to 285 pounds. Noah Davis of Boiling Springs is taking on Brady Linebaugh of Bermudian Springs. And at this point, we're going to say thank you to Jeremy Elliott of Patriot News and Penn Live.
Thank you very much,
guys. Talk to you again further down the road. Thanks, guys. Always appreciate it there, Jeremy. .285, Davis and Linebaugh.
Davis weighing in, 272.8. Linebaugh at 239, almost 240. Another 30-point weight advantage here in this match.
Davis, a senior with a 12-2 record with 9 pins. Linebaugh, only a sophomore, comes in with a very impressive record of 24-3. 14 pins to his credit this year.
This is a big match. Both guys really established themselves as good heavyweights early. And I think we're in for a barn burner. Like they said, there may not be as much action in the heavyweight, but just like boxing, the heavyweight matches usually end in some sort of big fashion. Pummeling in, trying to gain position. 26 seconds remaining. Not much action here, really.
First period down, we are scoreless at 2:85. Noah Davis of Boiling Springs, Brady Linebaugh of Bermudian Springs.
One point earned could be important. Two big guys out there. Back on their feet. A lot of pushing and shoving. Not much in the way of putting things together yet. Trying to earn a critical and pivotal match with a 13-13 tie tonight and a packed and electric Boiling Springs High School. Sold out crowd. Used to come down to the heavyweights. This used to end every match. Now we have a draw at the beginning of the match that determines the starting weight.
How long ago did that change go into effect?
It'll be about 6-7 years ago.
I like that one because it lets these guys actually
get off the hook.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, if you're last every match, oftentimes, the bout has already been decided, and the crowd starts to empty out. At least this way, these guys feel like they're maybe contributing more.
Sure, and they're featured.
Helping to give their team a lead as opposed to, maybe mopping up, with throwing another 3 points on the board.
Still, again, I said it usually ends big. So far, it's been a match where both guys have just done enough not to get called for stalling. Not very much action. Just, again, we talk about ear to ear, head to head. No real attempts. And again, that was one on the edge where there wasn't much risk, but no real attempts at a takedown. Wouldn't be surprised to see the referee begin to get more engaged in this match after 2 straight periods with no action.
So now, here's the only point of the match so far. So we head to period number 3. And it is 1-0. And joining us now here at Matt's side from the Carlisle Sentinel, David Rung. Dave, welcome back again.
Good to see you, David.
Looks like I'm jumping into this one right like it would have been at the beginning. Tied. No one has an advantage.
Noah Davis staying in control in the first 10 seconds. Third period, Brady Linebaugh choosing the bottom position.
I wasn't a math major in school, but by my count, 512.5 pounds of wrestling on the mat right now.
It's a lot of beef.
2 big guys leaning on each other.
You can't say where's the beef in this match because it's right here. Unfortunately, we've not seen a whole lot of movement from the steer. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. appears Brady Limbaugh really is going down in pain. Very rarely do you hear a wrestler scream like this.
His left ankle.
I don't know if we can take a look at what happened there. It's might have been stepped on, twisted over, but nonetheless.
Let's take a look at this on slow-mo replay here, right off the start.
Yeah, it's just a matter of the way it turned. Nothing specific that made it happen. It just tweaked it. But he's obviously in a lot of pain here. Again,
a lot of discomfort, his left ankle.
A minute and a half. If the wrestler cannot continue after a minute and a half, it would be considered an injury default. He's got to put some weight back on this thing. Appears to be okay.
He's got a bit of a limp, but he's going to give it a go.
It's like one of those things that you just need to walk off. But of course, you only have a minute and a half to walk it off with injury time.
And in a match like this, you don't want to give it up.
Right.
You can see his left calf is quivering. I don't know if he's cramping.
Able to put weight on it, though. I mean, you can't fend off a guy 270-some pounds
on one leg.
If it was a real solid injury and it immobilized it. Kind of surprised we've seen no stalling calls yet. And neither guy really making an attempt. It's underhook to block, ear to ear.
Still no advantage.
Very close to the edge here. Going to be hard to earn anything there. See how he comes back to the center. That limp is somehow going away. Again, Brady Limbaugh completely backing away there. Neither guy doing a whole lot.
Like I said, go right
Davis
toward the edge.
aggressive. Yep, he continues to be content with staying there. With no calls from the official, no motivation to do anything else. Again, backing away. He's got to be careful. He's continuing to back away. That little do-si-do on the end there might have earned him a little time.
Yeah. Sometimes all it takes is circle back towards the center.
I shouldn't say it earned him time. It bought him time.
Two big guys going at it like this. They're both to the point of almost exhaustion. And you get to the end of regulation and you're facing overtime.
Yep. So for the fans, hopefully we won't see more of the same that we've seen for 6 minutes. However, you know, again, the first point scored here by Davis could prove to be critical in any kind of ride-out situation.
You see, if we get through this 1 minute, it seems like once you get to the 30 seconds, it always seems like with the big guys, it matters right from the start. Because if you end up on your belly, there's no way you have enough energy to fight out from underneath the 270-pound guy.
And again, no stalling warnings yet by the official.
Right.
Coming up on 30 seconds left, first overtime period, 285 pounds.
And again, it's third, fourth, fifth time in a row you see Brady Limbaugh backing out. You got to wrestle in. His first step can't be backwards.
Our 8th match of the night, we are tied in overtime, and after the first 7 matches, we are tied on the scoreboard at 13-all.
Just hanging on. Underhooks, not any kind of action, continuing to back away. Really surprised we've not seen a call here.
the 1 minute overtime. Now we go to a 30-second period.
Flip of the coin goes to Brady Lineball. I don't think it's any secret for anybody in the gym. He selects the defensive position. Trying to earn the first point in the first 30-second overtime period. Davis trying to hang on and is able to. Coming right at the camera here. I was thinking I was going to have to get up.
The little guys you can just catch if they come at you. Get out of the way of these guys.
I used to catch them all the time. And these days I'm smarter. I head the other direction.
Let somebody else be the hero, right?
That's right. Davis.
There it is.
1 point. Giving up a point. Again, that first point scored could prove to be critical. I've been saying it all match. This thing looks like it's headed the distance.
So after the first 30 seconds, Brady Linebaugh, Bermudian with a 2-1 lead over Noah Davis. Davis knows he's got to make a move here.
Linebaugh got to be careful he doesn't give up two. He does.
He does.
That's going to end it. We'll see if he can earn any bonus points here. This could prove to be critical on this match. A pin here could add 3 more points to the end of this match.
Doesn't have a lot of time.
This is big. He's not going to get it. Oh, no.
Oh, he got it right to the buzzer.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out if the buzzer rang prior to it being called.
Let's take a look and see what the official's going to rule here. This could be huge, folks.
Here we go. We'll have to see when. You can't hear the whistle blow here, though, but it's on the official's whistle, not on the mat.
He's going to...
Well, it's on his whistle, not on the slap of the mat. And again, looks like he's got it there, and it hits. It's too hard to call without hearing when the whistle blows. You don't know.
Let's go back to live action here. Let's see what the official decision's going to be. Noah Davis gets the victory.
We'll find out. It doesn't appear he gets... Where's it go on the clock?
Let's take a break. We'll let you know when we come back. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
You see the score, 19-13. They gave Noah Davis the pin at 285 pounds. A huge decision by the official, awarding 6 points to the host Bubblers. They now lead 19-13.
Just want to clarify, John, the decision in that case wouldn't be made by the official. The way it works in that situation, the individual who makes the decision would be the actual clock keeper. The home scorekeeper. The home scorekeeper, you go back and you ask if in fact the whistle blew and the pin was called prior to the end of the clock. That would be the determining factor, not actually the official. They're looking for direction.
We move to 106. Austin Flaybaugh.
Flaybaugh, I believe it's Day. Yep, Jonathan Day.
Jonathan Day.
It's Jonathan Day.
This place is buzzing.
That's definitely no surprise that he couldn't hear that horn whenever he was making that call at the end of that match.
Yeah, I have to remember, I think it may be the actual clock keeper who makes the final determination. Not the scorekeeper. It's the clock keeper who makes the final determination. Because you have no idea as an official out there with the noise in this gym of whether or not. And again, you make the call based upon the whistle, not the slapping of the mat.
So we flip from the heavyweights to the lightweights. Austin Claybaugh, freshman, 20-7 record for Bermudian. Taking on Jonathan Day, a sophomore with a 9-6 record for Boiling Springs.
Austin Claybaugh here. He's got some points to get back. He's got a cradle locked up tight, although there's a lot of space in between there. Jonathan Day doing a good job of getting off his back.
Claybaugh now with a 5-0 advantage.
Locks it up again. Earns another 3-point near fall.
So big opening period by Austin Claybaugh. 3 points on the move right there as you see it on the replay. So after one period, he's already opened up an 8-0 lead over Jonathan Day. On his way to possibly a tech fall here. Does 5 points help, or does he need a 6?
Any bonus points helps in matches like this, but he needs to earn at least 5 here, particularly after what occurred at the heavyweight matchup. Both guys to the bitter end, and Noah Davis earning a pin and 3 additional bonus points for 6 points for Boiling Springs. Unexpected there at the end of this match. So, Claybaugh the favorite here. He needs to earn bonus, and May here. He's got this tight. Another cradle. He's in a good parallel position, putting the weight up top. Jonathan Day holding onto the leg, trying to give himself some leverage to pop his head out. Another 3 earned by Austin Claybaugh.
So it's 11-0 now. That move by Davis at 285. Stay tuned. That could be our move of the match. As those 6 points could be very, very important in the outcome of this one.
Boy, look, that is just winging him close, being able to whirl him in close. Just needs to trap the other wrist and gain a post. Austin Claybaugh here trying to earn bonus points, essential bonus points for Bermudian Springs. Got to be careful. Got his head in a bad spot. He's out a little too high, able to work his head out, trying to get his hips back. Has a leg hooked in as well.
Day's doing a good job of fighting him here. He's already fought off his back, 3 times? And I think a tech fall must be a win for him at this point, as much as Claybaugh has been doing in this match.
Yeah, that last cradle was the best position Claybaugh had, and Jonathan Day did a great job of hanging onto the leg, and at any moment he's got a little space, he got back out.
Right. You can tell you rocked the first time and kind of got Claybaugh's arm underneath his own shoulder, so he couldn't get the shoulders on the mat.
That move of the match is being sponsored by CRIA, the Capital Region Insurance Agency. That'll be coming up on the post-match show for you. And the Brenner Wrestler of the match will also be announced.
Claybaugh out front, really trying to do things to earn additional back points.
So right now, as we head to period 3, Claybaugh looking at a major decision. He's up 11-0.
Another near side cradle.
Almost had him flat there, and then right on that readjustment right there, he gets his shoulder up inside his chest.
Hangs onto that inside leg and rocks out. Jonathan Day selecting the defensive position here. Final period. Fans getting restless. They know the importance of this match.
I think that was a strange choice as well as Clayball's been doing on top.
It is. Although, with no stalling warnings.
Yeah, you can belly out a little bit.
He can belly out, try and earn, or trying to see some time tick off the clock.
Yeah.
To give up 4 would be huge.
Yeah.
Just under a minute and a half to go. 106 pounds.
Again, just content with hanging out there. Taking the arm over the other side of the head. Not putting himself in bad position. He's got it locked up. Far side cradle, he rolls it through. Trying to get his chin in there. Looks like he's earned 3. He needs 2 more here. I suspect he's going to either let him up or try to earn 2 more.
45 seconds.
And I say 2 more. He only needs one more
for a tech fall to stop it.
There's no position he can get from the top. He's going to earn just 1 on.
Now the decision. Do you cut him loose and then go for the 2, or?
It appears Coach McCullum instructed him to stay in the top position. He's been successful with the cradle thus far. Time's ticking down. Again, no stalling warnings here. And today's credit, doing a pretty good job of staying active.
Yep.
"17 seconds left.
Kind of think it was a mistake there not to go on his feet.
Looking at a major decision here. 1 point away.
Going for a cross-wrist tilt.
10 seconds.
Keeping himself tight. Going all he can.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. 5. That's going to do it. 2 points gives Austin Claybaugh a tech fall at 106 pounds. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Welcome back to Boiling Springs. John Repitz, George Hartwick, joined by David Rung of the Carlisle Sentinel. And we now move to 113 pounds. 1 point, the difference on the scoreboard. Boiling Springs leading Bermudian 19-18. £113. Devin Crum of Boiling Springs is pinned.
Oberlander.
Bailey Oberlander. The pin, 19 seconds. Big for Bermudian. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
High School Sports Live is sponsored in part by Keystone Tax Associates, a specialized sales and use tax consulting business, by the Carlisle Sentinel. Log on to Cumberlink.com for high school sports coverage and more. And by Sports Recruiters, your vehicle for sports success. SportsRecruiters.com.
It just seems ironic that you sit here and you can get into overtime without much action happening, and all of a sudden we turn around there, and in just 19 seconds, the Eagles are back in front by a score of 24-19. thanks by the pin of Bailey Oberlander at 113 pounds. We now move to 120.
And this is obviously where the real strength in Boiling Springs lineup starts, starting with Corbin Myers here, two-time state placer.
Corbin Myers needs bonus points here after those two big victories by Bermudian Springs, Oberlander, and Clayball, back-to-back bonus points.
Myers coming in with a 13-1 record. Recently picked up his 100th career victory. Taking on Dalton Becker, a senior for Bermudian Springs, coming in with a record of 16-11. He has 59 wins in his career.
Becker, no slouch. Way to hold it until he earned two.
He's going to try to rack up a few takedowns and a nice lead here in the first period.
Yeah, Corbin electing to go back on his feet after two early quick takedowns. Looks like he's going to earn a third there to go up 6-2. Playing the let up, take him down game.
It's only big for him. Corbin's not really a huge pinner, so getting that nice big lead and then trying to go for a couple pins in the second and third period would be nice for him.
Yep.
Give him a better chance at getting to 5 at least.
Very active first period, 40 seconds left, 8-4. Corbin Myers of Boiling Springs in the lead. Makes that 10-4.
And stay tuned here. You're going to see points scored in bunches here.
(10-5) as they're back to neutral.
Corbin Myers back in. Just needs to hook the back leg, which he does. Earns another 2-point takedown.
So one period down at 120. Myers with a 12-5 lead.
Another head down, able to hook the back ankle, gain control. He's earned 6 takedowns in the first period, and it looks like he's doing the exact same thing here at the beginning of the second period, earning his 7th takedown of the match. Eight with bonus. Really would like to put him away here.
Yeah.
Good job by Becker to avoid the pin.
Crowd not happy. Injury timeout being taken by Dalton Becker.
Here's another look at the last 3-point move.
Caught it right at the end. Corbin Myers looking like he's in top form. Looks like again he's going to elect to go neutral position.
Looks like he can't wait to get right back out there. He's given up the point. 19-8 now.
It helps. Look at that. Nice fake to one side, move to the other quick before Dalton Becker even knew he was behind him.
11-7 the score is. 24-19. Eagles on top of the team score.
That can't be the score.
Yeah, it's 21.
It's 21. That's what I thought.
21
yeah.
to 8.
It says 11, but it's actually 21.
Yeah. I think he had 11 in the first period.
Gee, they don't take points away, do they?
Only if there is a necessary roughness or, and again, those are team points that are taken away, not individual bout points. And Corbin Meyer is now trying to look for some sort of move instead of just earning the takedown, which he could do almost at any moment. He's trying to look for something bigger that could allow for him to place Grant or Dalton Beckert on his back. Wants the finish of a technical fall, which is, I think, inevitably going to occur here, to give him an opportunity at the end of the match to also see if he can't earn a pin for the 6 points. Just like that.
Have to work with this one.
End of the second period. 2 more points awarded.
That should be it, right?
That should be 23.
It looked like you gave him 2 back as well, didn't you?
It's 2 takedown, 2 takedown, 2 back.
That's it. That's the tech
nice
ball.
Right underneath. Hips him over.
Corbin Myers of Boiling Springs, a tech fall winner at 120 pounds. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. We've been serving Central PA for over 92 years and have everything that you're looking for when purchasing a vehicle. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 92 years.
2 matches to go. Boiling Springs, Big Springs. We are tied at 24 all as we move to 126 pounds. We have not decided this one yet. It comes down to the last 2 matches of the night. At 126, it's going to be Grant Bond of Boiling Springs.
Grant Bond.
Kostiak and Fleshman.
No, it's not going to be Bond.
AJ Kostiak.
Got it.
No.
Okay, so we have a correction on
AJ
that. Kostiak for Boiling Springs. AJ Kostiak of Boiling Springs. Taking on Noah Fleshman of Bermudian Springs.
Well, this is an unexpected matchup. This is, who'd think a match of this caliber comes down to kids who are placed in against each other, you know, and neither of these guys might have wrestled tonight.
Kostiak, a sophomore with a 7-2 record. Taking on Fleshman with a 4-1 record.
Not bad records, though.
But as you said, highly unlikely that you would say these two.
You got to think who Kostiak goes up against every day in the room, too, is Grant Bond and Corbin Myers.
And Kyle Shute.
Yeah.
Well, you got to love being able to finish tonight with Shoopy. I know he's Rod Wright's favorite.
2 matches to go after this one.
No one works harder in the room, and no one makes things more entertaining than Kyle Shute.
Yeah, and Shute made it to States as a freshman. Last year as a sophomore was really burst onto the scene and finished. I'm not exactly sure where he finished 3rd or 4th, I think. I think he was in that match last year in States, and he's definitely shot
Continuing
right up
to
the top.
improve. Yep.
Yeah.
Then stay tuned coming up after this, the CRIA match, or move of the match, and our Brenner wrestler of the match. Here's another look at the only 2 points of this one so far.
And A.J. Kostiak, I think if he maintains control of this match, this gives the clear, distinct match advantage right now to Boiling Springs.
Yeah, it has to. Really after, with his last 4 matches, just having Myers, Bond, and Shoup, and 3 of the 4 had the advantage. And Kostiak getting a win here, I think would, make it really tough for Berm to come back.
Yep. Kostiak now earning back points.
Might get a whole lot more than that.
Trying to scoop the head if you can. Drum to the other side.
It's just a long time to go.
Throw the half.
Minute 20 yet.
Trying to keep that arm pinned down, not offer any space. He's got to get that half in. Can't allow those arms to come out. Get his hip back. Yep. Gave too much space up. Credit Fleshman for working his way out of something that could have been 6 for A.J. Kostiak. Kostiak again, not giving up any space from the top position, maintaining wrist control. Trying to work a far side cradle. He's got to get his hand out of that spot. And wrist control is so important down there. Fleshman content with just trying to hang on to the wrist. Fleshman's got to work his head off the mat and try to get himself to his feet. Kostiak continue to work that wrist, rolling underneath. Now goes, puts a leg in, tries to work a power half. Pulling away, got to get those hips. An arm down.
2 periods down at 126. A.J. Kostiak of Boiling Springs, a 5-0 advantage for Noah Fleshman of Bermudian. Again, 24 all on the big scoreboard as far as the team score is concerned.
So Wright wants him to stay on top for this 3rd period too, which looks like a smart decision so far.
Yeah, well, after that 2nd period where he was really working Fleshman from Bermudian Springs, coming in from working a cradle to legs, now has a near side cradle hooked. They'll try and bump him. He can either bump him back or try to roll through, not with the arm out. He doesn't want to roll through now. Fleshman can post on the other side. He's got to bump him back. Got to try and collect that near side leg. Collect it in front of him. He got it there. Collect it in front of him. Now bump him back. You can't move him back. I suspect this will end in a stalemate here. Fleshman doing a really good job of getting that arm out. He's now got a wing in on one side. Trying to collect the forearm. Official calling Fleshman for his first stalling warning. Has to be careful the way he works his bar. You can't work it over the top. You can't work that over the top. You got to work it across the body. Now he does it, spins around. Kostiak pulling Fleshman back. Earning at least 3 more here. Near fall, which would give him a major decision. Now he's recollected the head. He's got him in a really, really good, tight pinning position here.
30 seconds. A.J. Kostiak, winner by fall at 126. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Two matches to go, 132 pounds. Boiling Springs back on top by a score of 30-24. thanks to that pin at 126 by A.J. Kostiak. So Grant Bond at 132 for Boiling Springs.
That's Jared Miller for Bermudian.
Jared Miller. For Bermudian. So Bond, a junior, coming in with a 15-1 record, had 31 wins last 2 years.
Bond from a storied family of Bonds. Several, I don't know if this is one of the kids of a former wrestler, but I may not be far off. The family has been storied. I know during my time we had a couple of Bonds that were champions. I know that several of the Bonds actually were the leading win leaders. One made it to the state finals in my senior year. Chris Bond, I know, was one.
Bond's opened up a 7-1 lead, 30 seconds to go, first period.
The real advantage right now is for Boiling Springs. They've opened up now a 6-point victory with 2 studs. Really, at the strong parts of their lineup here, left to finish. They're in a great position to close this thing out strong.
Kind of like a track meet when you have a world record holder running your anchor leg at a relay.
You got 2 of the toughest wrestlers here. Almost locked it up there at the end.
So Bond takes the advantage to period number 2.
Again, nice near side cradle. In a great position actually to earn the pin there, and just a little too late, the clock expired. Miller taking an injury timeout. Actually, I think it's blood. They're administering to his nose right now.
Yeah, they're cleaning up the mat.
Timeout.
Good job by the training staff to get the mat cleaned up.
That cross-face cradle hurts, depending upon how you run it, and there's no doubt that Grant Bond applied that one with an intent to finish him off.
It's one of those few moves in wrestling there where you can cause some pain as well as discomfort.
As long as you don't wind up and punch him, you can use that thumb and the inside part of your hand to run it directly across the nose and face.
So sort of a little break in the action here. It's next to last match of the night. Post Bubblers on top by 6. 30-24. And we are getting ready to resume. Second period action, 132 pounds.
Grant Bond showing a lot of confidence from the top position. Not just content with riding, too. Always looking for an opportunity to earn back points. Trying to work a half. Another cross-face cradle. As Miller crawls to the out-of-bounds line. Grant Bond with a 7-1 lead. Controlling the top position here. A win for Boiling Springs will seal the deal. Got to be careful not to grab the headgear there. Folding the inside wrist in, now back towards the cross-face cradle, trying to post at the knee. Run the head to the knee. Now he's scooped in the inside arm and has effectively turned Miller to his back. Now he needs to scoop his head, stay parallel. Great job by Miller working through that.
It's all twisted up, though.
It's a corkscrew.
I'd hate to be in that position.
Look at it.
It looked painful.
He's still working cross-face cradles there. More blood time. Cutting the blood time. He just lost his plug. Trainer will stuff him up quick and get him back out there. Back in live action. Grant Bond at least with a major decision here. Continuing to grind out front, coming from one side to the other with that crossface. Trying to have that arm be friendly to the mouth of Miller.
2 periods down now. Go to period number 3. It's Grant Bond of Boiling Springs with a commanding 10-1 lead at 132 pounds for Jared Miller of Bermudian. Butler's on top of the Eagles, 30-24.
I'll tell you something, he's grinding the crap out of him.
Yeah, definitely wants to put an emphatic finish to this.
That's no fun being in that bottom position. Now again, working from the top, continuing to work one side to the other, trying to lock up the cradle. Almost was over aggressive there, but regaining control. Locking the inside wrist up. Again, a little too aggressive there. Got out of position and gave up one. Might see a letdown take-up game here until you got the points earned.
This is what we're doing.
Just saw 4 takedowns in 20 seconds. Appears that Miller is not putting up much of a fight.
More.
5 takedowns. 6 takedowns. Needs one more here.
And he got it.
Up. Oh. No, he didn't.
No.
I don't know why it's not stopped. It's 21-5. I think it should have been stopped prior to this. According to the clock over there, it was 20-5. At that point, the match should have been stopped for a technical fall.
Now it says 20-7, so let's see what the real score is.
Yeah, I think it should have been 20-5.
It was 20-5 at one point on the one. Unless things were so fast, perhaps the scorekeeper didn't see it.
Well, it's tough to keep up, you know. You got to ensure that the points were in fact scored.
Yeah, takedown, let up, takedown, let up, takedown. I mean, those guys still have to write the things down in the scorebook.
Every single action needs to be written down in the scorebook. They're now doing a comparison of what they've got related to takedowns versus what the scorekeeper had.
It looks like, if I'm keeping up right, it looks like it would have been 18-6 when they got to neutral, so the takedown would have made it 20-6.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been the end of it, but.
Did you ever work as a official scorer, David?
No. That's just me trying to keep up.
They
and it took me till right now.
You may have a job opportunity.
Maybe change your profession. You may have a future at this.
As it related to what was on the scoreboard, which we don't have the actual official score book in front of us, but the home scoreboard had it at 20-5. David's saying it was at 20-6. We'll see what they decide.
The consensus here is that it's going to be 20-6 with 7 seconds left.
Which actually it'll leave it to 20-8 then with the takedown. Am I correct?
Right. Yeah.
It should be 20-8.
So we're going to. Giving Grant Bond tech fall at 132. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
High School Sports Live is sponsored in part by Keystone Tax Associates, a specialized sales and use tax consulting business, by the Carlisle Sentinel. Log on to Cumberlink.com for high school sports coverage and more. And by Sports Recruiters, your vehicle for sports success. SportsRecruiters.com.
So the Bubblers have clinched this one. It's 35-24, one match to go, and that is going to be at 138 pounds. For Boiling Springs, it's going to be Kyle Shoup taking on Austin Jackson of Bermudian Springs. Austin Jackson, a senior, coming in with a record of 21-8. 6 pins this year. He has 88 victories in his career.
He's got the escape.
Kyle Shoup comes in with a record of 14-2, 8 pins. He has 88 victories in his career as well.
Kyle Shoup really an improved wrestler. And he does a lot of funky stuff. I mean, he makes every match exciting. That's just yet an example of the positions you see Kyle Shoup in.
And when you're able to be in those positions and still be comfortable, you can do so much more as a wrestler.
He loves the scramble spot. And he never gives up a takedown without some level of excitement and effort that will make his opponent earn it.
Right.
Stay tuned, folks. The CRIA move of the match, Capital Region Insurance Agency. The Brenner family of dealerships, wrestler of the match, coming up as well.
Even though this match is decided, I have not seen many fans leave. We got a couple leaving, but I'll tell you.
But not many, you're right.
Folks are sticking around. And this won't be the last time they meet this year. I can almost guarantee it.
Just know they're destined to meet somewhere down the road in the district playoffs, district team playoffs.
And individually, these wrestlers will see each other a lot.
Oh, yeah, same section and everything, so they can see them 4 weeks in a row if you get
sections,
the
districts, regionals. Kyle Shoup on top at the end of the first period.
Whatever the discrepancy was at the scorer's table, it's now been resolved, and we are back underway. Second period. Final match of the night, 138 pounds.
Kyle Shoup, again, counter. In on a double. Austin Jackson doing a good job of not allowing for a whole lot of space and holding on really tight, keeping his body in there tight. Shoop does a good job of getting his shoulder out. Now he needs to get his legs out, and he does. Got to bring him back down to the mat. Make an attempt to bring him back down, which he does. One thing is you don't want to relax anywhere on the mat with Kyle Shoop. Well, the match is in hand, but I think it was a great night of wrestling here. And certainly lived up to its billing tonight. You'd asked me earlier in the year, would this have ended up this way? And based upon the way Boiling Springs started out, a lot of folks would have had major doubts that they would have even been competitive tonight. And here they are in the driver's seat in a big rivalry match with two of the toughest teams in the state.
Yeah, a 10-point loss to Shippensburg by the Bubblers back on December 11th. That probably had to send shockwaves through the district saying, what's going on there?
That was a huge. I mean, and Shippensburg is improved over the last couple of years, but still, it's not a team that Boiling Springs would lose to, especially by 10 points. And and you see them come in here and really handle Bermudian really well.
They did.
Definitely shows you that they're not giving up their three-peat title in the district so easily.
Yeah, looking at what lies ahead for these teams, Bermudian Springs in the York Adams League. They are undefeated in Division II play. And Boiling Springs coming in with a 3-1 record in Mid-Penn Colonial. That leaves them one behind first place Big Spring. And for those of you who are interested, Bermudian Springs earlier this year defeated Big Spring. Actually lost to Big Spring by a score of 36-30. That was back just a couple of days before Boiling Springs lost to Shippensburg. That was back on December 7th.
And Big Spring suffering a huge loss against Cumberland Valley earlier. That was not even competitive. It was real surprising.
That was a statement by Cumberland Valley. But you know, Big Spring, before I left the office to come here, they were looking good. They're down at Escape the Rock, which is a really good tournament down at Council Rock South. And Big Spring had 6 guys in the quarterfinals down there, and a few guys still left in consolation. So might have been a little bit of a wake-up call for them. I'm sure their coach drilled it into them after that loss to Cumberland Valley.
And we'll see Big Springs and Boiling Springs this year.
Yep, that should be for the division title.
A little bit perplexing here that although finds himself in an interesting spot here, got to hang on to that leg, but choosing to try to ride him out here with a minute to go. He's got to do something big here. Shoop just balled up, really can't do anything. Double boots over the top of you don't allow for the bottom guy to move at all, and either the top guy moves it or you call it stalemate. Which referee correctly did.
Final 42 seconds of wrestling tonight at Boiling Springs. I'll take the opportunity to thank David Rung of the Carlisle Sentinel for sitting in and adding his expertise to the telecast. Dave, thanks a lot. I'm sure we'll see you again down the road in the next week or two.
Really a anticlimactic end here to a otherwise very exciting
This is probably the quietest the gym's been all night.
Yep. Still impressed that no fans are going there.
Still staying and cheering the wrestlers on, and we are done wrestling for the night. Kyle Shoop, 6-0 winner. Closes out things for the victorious Boiling Springs Bubblers tonight. Shoop the winner at 138, 6-0 over Austin Jackson. We'll be back to wrap things up here at Boiling Springs. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Andy, you had a choice to make. Holiday lights, the snowman, or that thing, which is scary. But you threw Mueller out and said, I want and. Because you don't go for choices. You go for greatness. So you go with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and pick from wings, rollers, pasta, or now a third pizza for just $19.99. And get any other delicious pizza for $10. All hail Andy, the king of the cul-de-sac. Go for greatness, people. Pizza. Make it great.
Welcome back to Boiling Springs High School, and this is our post-match report presented by CRIA, the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Thanks to them for their sponsorship, helping you bring you all the sights and sounds of this exciting one tonight. And folks, this guy's getting about as much FaceTime on these telecasts as George and I get. This is Noah Davis, the heavyweight, the 285-pound wrestler for Boiling Springs tonight. He is our Brenner Family of Dealerships Wrestler of the Match, and this is the second straight year that he has been the Wrestler of the Match in this particular event, Boiling Springs and Bermudian Springs. And have to say, of all the 14 matches, yours was the most exciting. It came right down, literally, to the final second. Take us through what was going on out there on the mat in those closing seconds.
I knew I needed to get a reverse because I didn't want to get back up with him because that would have been ultimate run out. When I got the reverse, I saw the pin right there. I took it. I wasn't going to let go. I was going to keep going. I don't care how much he struggled to get out of it. He was yelling out there, but I took it, got the pin.
There it is there. That's also our CRIA, the Capital Region Insurance Agency move of the match. So it makes it easy when the move of the match and the wrestler of the match take place at the same time.
Oh.
They had to go to the scorer's table and figure that one out, whether or not it actually took place. In your mind, was there any doubt?
I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I was like, all right, I got to pin him right now. I pulled up on his head. I was like, all right, no doubt, I'm getting this.
Mm-hmm. But it seemed like the actual decision was in question. Like, did you get it before the clock ran out? In your mind, was there any question that you completed the move and got the pin before the
50-50? But either way, I calculated we would have still got this. But actually, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. Of course, you always take it, right?
Yeah.
Being an official out here and doing matches, when you're talking about a heavyweight match, there wasn't a whole lot of action during the match. You guys, both quality wrestlers. Linenball, obviously a good wrestler at 22-3. You guys are no strangers. You've matched up before. You know what each other's moves are like. Yeah. I guess you earned the first point of the match, which would have given you an advantage if there was an ultimate ride out. What would you have selected if you didn't get the pin? Would you have went to bottom position or you'd have tried to ride him out?
I would have got up because he was too slippery to ride him out. I knew I can get up off of him.
And, the entire momentum swung during, that match. It was nip and tuck, back and forth, and those bonus points proved to be critical to the momentum of the match. How much personally did that victory mean to you? And with it being as tight as it's been between you two wrestlers for so long, what did that victory mean to both you and your team tonight?
Meant a lot. This win was a very crucial win for me. Need to get this in ranked again. This for our team, this is great. I knew I was going to win this match going in because I knew I had more knowledge of the mat than he did. And I had a little bit more weight. I was going in with 30 pounds on him. And I knew if I got him on his back, I'd pin him.
All right, now, real quick, important question. We've been talking about this throughout the match. Had a very tough loss opening match against Shippensburg.
Yeah.
Missing your coach, missing the spark plug, missing the guy that beat you up every day in the room. What does it mean to have the coach back, Coach Wright back, and how has that changed your attitude as it relates to bigger matches and looking towards the postseason?
It means a lot because he pushes us a lot in the room. Like, he gets in your face, he makes you get back in your face, he yells at you if you don't get in his face. He just pushes you a lot. The conditioning is a lot better. If it's not good, he makes us do it again. Keep doing it until it's perfect.
So he's made, suffice to say, him returning has really put Bowling Springs in a position again. As a 3-time district champ, you guys aren't giving up that title easy. And a real statement win tonight. Congratulations, Noah.
Thank you.
Okay, Noah Davis of Boiling Springs, our Brunner family of dealerships, wrestler of the match. And this is the post-match report presented by CRIA, the Capital Region Insurance Agency. So that's going to do it here from Boiling Springs. Our next telecast is going to be coming up Monday evening at Susquehanna Township at Hershey. It's going to be a boys and girls basketball doubleheader. That gets underway at 6 o'clock. And our next wrestling telecast, these same bubblers of Boiling Springs, victorious tonight, will be back on the mat at Big Spring. That will be next Thursday night at 7 o'clock on ABC 27.2. So thanks again to the production crew from Invicta. They bring you all the sights and sounds. Doing a great job with all the replays and everything, bringing you the best seat in the house, as we said earlier. So you're in the best seat in the house at home. We got you the best seat in the house right here. So again, this is sort of a landslide, the way these two teams usually go at it. But tonight, Boiling Springs victorious over Bermudian Springs by a final count of 38-24. Thanks for watching. For George Hartwick, I'm John Refitz. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Thursday night with our next wrestling telecast from Big Spring. Have a good night, everybody.